Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working.
Hey guys, my name's Ryder Sigety, and there's today's special guest, Ryan Amancia.
Hello.
So this is the this is the Buccaneer JDay, and it was a really fun one. You see off the start here, I'm in 5th place.
I'm probably around 6th, right behind Ryder.
Yeah, Ryan's right behind me. So it's not the best start, not the worst, but all these kids are really fast at JDay, so I'm really excited since it's only my 3rd one. Ryan, on the other hand, he's been racing JDays for how many years?
Oh, since I was like 4. I mean, I've probably been doing it for like 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah. So this track is really cool. How they do it at the JDays, they have part of the track. Well, this one has like mostly motocross, and then there's also a wood section and there's an extreme section. So here you see us all battling on the motocross track, and this motocross track was really fun. I mean, the berms were all perfect, right?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks. I've always done good every year that I do it. This year was actually a little bit different. We had the same track layout, but the extreme was in a totally different spot, as you guys will see soon. It's right here to the right. But I personally, my favorite track. I don't think there's any other track that's as fun. What do you think of the track?
I loved it. Here's the extreme section right here that Ryan was talking about, and I think Jigs had a really good line in I forget where it was somewhere around here. Right there, he like hopped over that concrete wall, kind of like sea bounced over it.
And then he went right on top.
Yeah, and he almost got around Kyle, who is on the right, but he gets around Kyle soon.
This track here, it was a bit awkward because it was a mix between sand and regular dirt, but then in the woods it was a mix of silk and hardpack. So it was a lot of variety of terrain, and I'm behind Ryder still, and as you guys will see, GoPro doesn't really get it much, but it starts to get really dusty right here.
Yeah, you see I slow down trying to wipe my camera because I thought that Kyle roosted me and Ryan gets around me. And so now I'm in 6th place and Ryan moved up to 5th, and we're all kind of battling through the woods. You see all the roost Ryan's throwing. Coming up is a little bit of a mud section that I checked out the day before. You see Ryan hits that cool jump, and then I kind of hit the jump. And right here in this mud hole, later in the race, I make a crucial pass that kind of determines how I do in the race. And there's also a lot of kids stuck when I do that, so it gets a little scary, like, can I make the pass or can I not? So make sure you guys stay there so you can see it. Right here you see it starts to get a little dusty, and if you wait until later in the video, that whole dust turns into a whole different level of silt. It's crazy how silty it is. They even had to reroute some of the track. You see how bad it is, so don't forget to stay, guys, for that. One thing a little, not disadvantage, but just something to put out there, is that all the kids in this race, or most of them, are on a 105 because you're allowed to run a 105. But since in GNCC, the series that I normally do, I can only ride an 85. So I'm on an 85 and pretty much everyone else is on a 105. And it doesn't make that much of a difference, but when you're on the motocross track and you have those wide bowl turns that the faster your bike can go, the faster you can hit them because the turns are just so nice, it does make a little bit of a difference. So how long are these tracks, Ryan? You're the expert at JDay. You've been racing them for so long. What are the tracks usually like? Like how long?
Usually the tracks are around 5 minute long. Usually, it's usually also a 5 lap race. But this one, it was a 7 lap race, and I'm pretty sure the second motor was 6 laps. But Southwick is one of the longer ones. It's usually around 7 minute lap time. It really depends on how the track and the conditions of the track. But these conditions here were real prime.
Yeah. So how long is each, how do they do it? Is it 1-2 hour race? How long is each race?
So usually it's just a 30 minute motos. And the thing of the motos is what separates them from any other series 30 minutes is not a lot of time for you to be able to do fast. So it's basically like 30 minutes, but you're sprinting the whole time, and you always stay on your toes. And one mistake can just cost you the whole race.
Yeah, it's definitely like a tight battle the whole time. Like if you fall once, it's like you kind of lose the whole pack because everybody's so tight the whole race since it's short.
And also, it's also a good thing as well. When you're not really used to it and you're with the pack, they're pushing you, so you try to stay with them. And sometimes it's nice to be in the middle of the battle, be right in the middle of it.
Yeah, and you go a lot faster when you're in the middle. Like when you're in the heat, in the middle of the battle. Like if I was just riding this track by myself, I'd probably go like half the speed. Like it's so intense riding with all these fast guys like Van Gossen, Jigs Fustini, you, Ryan Amancio, Kyle. What's his last name?
Kyle Rodriguez, I'm pretty sure.
Kyle Rodriguez. Like, it's kind of cool to ride with all these guys and, like, bragging rights, whoever wins. And you see here, Van Gossen, who I just talked about, he kind of makes a bad mistake and allows me to catch up to him. Right here, I love this in the stream section. What do you think about it, Ryan?
It was actually real fun. It's like one of the first times they actually put a big jump or like a double that would gain advantage to jump it.
Yeah, I like when there's not a lot of jumps in there. So here's Right Van. I think I don't know why he went slow down that straightaway, like offered me the opportunity to catch up with him. But since he gave me the opportunity to catch up, I am now on his tail and trying to get around him. You see he makes a little mistake there, and I feel like I'm breathing down Van's neck and taking whatever opposite line I can to try to get around him. I do take not the best one here, but as you can see for the next lap or two, I'm just trying to get around Van.
Also, lap traffic played a big part in this race, especially for me. Especially with the dust as well in second moto, it was just really hard to see, and it was more of a lucky game where you would hope to not hit a rock in the silk and just, crash.
Or hit a lapper.
And I almost hit a lapper in the second moto.
Yeah, you have to check out Ryan's video to see that. But, it gets scary when you're coming in because a lot of the lappers, they don't do it purposely. You see Van almost just hit one.
Yeah, almost just hit one trying to do that corner.
Yeah, I mean, they never do it purposely, I'm sure, but they always move into your line or find a way to move into your line. And it gets scary sometimes, like they push you into a tree because you don't want to hit the lapper. You see there's one lapper here. He turns left, right, in the middle of the straightaway and smacks his handlebar into my rib cage, and I go, ow.
And also, a tip for the lappers: if you guys have any fast kids behind you or fast guys behind you, just stick to your line. Don't try to get out of their way because then you could cause an accident or you can cause to get hit, and neither of those are good. So just make sure you continue going straight and not just turning across the track to try to get off to the side of the track.
Yeah. Another big plus coming with the Amancio family today, or this weekend, was they have a whole bunch of Brazilians that, I don't know how to say it. They're all really nice people. I mean, it's like a group of probably, 100 people at the race, combined, that are all so nice. You see, here's Ryan's dad cheering me on as I go around this corner. He wants me to get around Van. He's cheering me on. But even not there, people I don't even know that maybe just gave me a fist pump on Friday, they see me and they're cheering me on because they know I'm with the Amancios.
It's very funny too. Oh, sorry to cut you off, but it's very funny as well because sometimes we're talking in Portuguese and Ryder has no idea what we're talking about, but they're all very nice and it's very cool to see all of them just cheering on Ryder, and I know it gives you that motivational feel in the middle of the track.
Yeah. You see, here's another time where I kind of get held up a little bit by the lapper, and you see, it wasn't bad, but Van got me by at least, a half a second there, maybe close to a second, just because of a lapper sticking in his line. I mean, it was fine. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just showing you how big they can change this.
Also, another thing too, if you notice, Van's always taking the outsides and holding it wide, and I'm not gonna lie, that's not always the fastest line, especially for this track. I was taking mainly all the insides. here, that's thing where, oh, who's that? Oh, that's
Yeah,
Jigs.
that's Jigs. Jigs actually collided with the lapper, like another reason that they play such a big role. See, one their lapper takes the inside line away from me, and you just saw Jigs fell because he actually collided with the lapper and a really bad crash down that hill. But sorry, continue what you were saying.
Yeah, I also have that in my video as well. A close-up of Jigs hitting the lapper and literally getting flung off the bike, but luckily he is okay. But like I was saying, in this track, it's a weird combination of throttle and trying to like maintain pace on the corners. But second moto, it gets very, very bad in the insides, and outsides were faster.
Make sure to keep watching, guys, because soon Van makes a costly mistake that I'm able to capitalize on, and it may move me up a position, so you don't. At the last race, I definitely didn't do as well as I would have liked. I got 5th overall at all 4 races since it was a doubleheader. But how did you do, Ryan?
I was able to do pretty good coming off an injury. First moto, I felt really good, but my wrist once in a while would start hurting, and at the end of the day, on Sunday, it was swollen and it was hurting really bad, but I had a lot of fun.
Right here at the end of the straightaway, Van goes to the right, and lappers, again, play a big role. He kind of gets cut off by a lapper in the same line as him, and I almost hit that guy that was helping the bike, but I do manage to get around Van. And at the end of the straightaway, again, lappers playing a huge role in this race. I hit this kid's handlebar, and I almost went down. I mean, he hit me in the ribs. It hurt a lot, but it's fine. And now I'm in front of Van, and I'm in 3rd right now.
I'm pretty sure you're in
No,
4th,
I'm in 4th. You're right.
And guys, keep watching, as second moto is just as action-packed as this moto.
Yeah, there's tons of passing, and I even get a chance to be up front with the leaders for a little bit. You see right here in this dusty area, I make a pass there to move up in another position in a later lap. So also, guys, don't miss that.
And the funniest part too is that he didn't even see it.
Yeah, you see Ryan's dad there cheering me on.
And guys, this track is also very important with tire choices as well. But if you had the wrong tires, it would be very slippery, and if you had the right tire, it would be very good.
Yeah, I used the Kenda Millville for this race because it was really loose dirt, and the Millville has an aggressive compound, so it scoops up the loose dirt, and it definitely helped a lot in these corners. I had a ton of traction, and I felt like I could power out of them really nicely.
Question about the tires for you. How can you tell of the knobs and compound? Like, what's the difference between every tire?
So, like, a less aggressive tire would be more for harder packed dirt and rocks, maybe even. And it would usually be, the tire itself would be a little bit softer, and it would be less, like, it would look less like it could scoop the dirt and more like it would dig into it. Or a more aggressive one would have, like, a V shape almost, like the Kenda Millville. I'll put a picture of it here, and you can see how it has like scoops in the tire that help you like locate. Oh, there was Camden Krause on the right. He was
3rd place.
Yeah, he was 3rd place. So I moved into 3rd, and now I still have Van right on my butt. You can probably hear him. It was like that for the last lap and the next lap. He's breathing down my neck, threatening to pass me, but obviously I'm not gonna let that happen.
And how did you deal with the pressure with Van behind you? Because now it's a white flag, and how are you feeling mentally?
Mentally, I was just honestly trying not to think about it at all. I was just focusing on my own race, riding my own race, and not letting him like affect me at all. Every once in a while, I'd tense up a little bit because I didn't know if he was gonna pass me. But really, for the most part, I was just riding my own race, even though he was right there. Right here, I get scared, like a lot. I get really scared. I look and I see Van right there. I'm like, oh, there's no way I get out of here. I thought he was gonna pass me. He had me on the inside, but he didn't come over and like try to cut me off or anything. He actually played it really cleanly, and I managed to stay in front of him. But now I know I need to try a little bit harder. And that mindset I was just talking about, like riding my own race, it kind of gets a little bit knocked down. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling the pressure now. You hear him down this whole straightaway just on my tail. Alright, so, oh, I got lucky there. There was like a little bit of a, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, there's a pile up there, and I just barely got around it. And you can't see in the video, but in real life, I could see Van like coming down the straightaway as I made that left hand. So if I would have messed up there, I would have not been ahead of him for the finish, which is right here. It was so close. And there's Ryan again, giving me the fist bump. So, Moto 2, this was fun. I didn't get to park next to Ryan because they do the start a little differently. Anyway, Ryan got his gate pick way before me since he got a better finish on the first one. But I don't get I do get a really good start in this one. I am in third right now, and I stay there, or I'm in fourth, but I passed Camden back. Camden Krause's 114 on the left. Right here. I take the inside. Now that this is second moto, a lot of like adults and a ton of people have ridden through this track, so it's changed a lot. I mean, there's ruts on the inside. Like, watch this rut. I thought I could get around Hunter, and I should have drifted to the right a little. Or Kyle. I always call him Hunter for some reason. I don't know why. But I get around him, and now I accidentally overshoot the berm because I was going too fast. And I'm still in third, but the track has changed a lot. You can't tell, but it's really different, right?
It gets much different, especially in second moto, because like you said, I think it's like 10 or 9 motos that raced it before us again. So especially now on big wheels, even though we're on big wheel, the bumps are still really big, and the woods are even worse.
Yeah, as you can see here, I'm just battling, trying to get into third. I'm breathing down Kyle's neck, or second, right? Sorry, Ryan's right. Second, trying to get into second, breathing down Kyle's neck, and I do make a pretty costly mistake coming up. So make sure you guys stay and watch that because it kind of changes how the whole race is gonna finish.
There, if you want it to be dirty, you could have passed him right there. But I like how you like to try to just keep your respect and keep it clean.
Yeah, I don't like to ride dirty.
Me either.
Yeah. So coming up, something tragic happened. Oh, Ryan.
No, not me.
Yeah, Ryan roosted me, and not his fault, but he roosted me, and the camera breaks. Well, not breaks. The lens completely gets smashed to the point where the video is like too bad to even watch. I mean, you'll see in a second. It gets pretty bad.
Well, in my defense, I couldn't even see him, so.
Yeah, where do you go? Oh, and I also.
It's all the way up forward, yeah.
I also take a not good line, like definitely not good line. You'll see, I'll show you. It's actually in the same spot where I passed Van in the first moto, right up here. I get a little cross-rutted, and I go to the left, which just opened up. Like, this line wasn't open. If you look back in the video, it was it had a ribbon off. Yeah, it was ripping off. But now I get passed by Jigs and Ryan. So that's how they get around me. And the GoPro's life is coming to an end when it gets smashed by Ryan. So don't forget, guys, watch the podium speech. It's pretty interesting. I accidentally did the champagne too early, but we don't talk about that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. And bye.
Bye.
It was fantastic. I did a lot better than I've been doing these past couple rounds. So I'm just happy to be up here.
And why do you think it went better for you today?
It was definitely because I've been training at Ryan Amoncio's house for the last couple of weeks, and I've been on his program. It's been helping me a lot, so I can't wait to stay on that program and get even better for the next one.
So did you have some favorite parts of the track out there today?
I'm usually not that good at the motocross track, but I did like the moto a lot today because the berms were really flowy and you could hit them all really nice.
I know, it was kind of like Velcro out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, the traction was great, especially with my Kenda tires.
Yeah, there you go. You're getting the tires damn straight, buddy. Nice job. Tell me about the silt. Now, everybody that came by to see me today talked to me about the silt in the woods, so I want your perspective.
First moto, being the second ones out there, it wasn't really bad at all. But then by the time I got to the second moto, there was definitely a lot of silt.
Somebody said it was like you were riding through and your path was just filling in.
Yeah, it was hard. hard to see the ground, and sometimes it was like sketchy because there was stuff under the ground you couldn't see.
Perfect. Ryder, who's helping you this year?
My mom, my dad, the Amantios, the McCreary's, Yamaha, that's AmPro, that's all I can think of.
Sounds good to me, buddy. Good job. Let's hear it for Ryder Sigety, third on the day. Great job, buddy. No, not yet. You gotta wait for the other guys. You get to spray them too. But hang out here. Yeah, give him one in the mouth. He needs it. All right. Second